All right, correct 36. We're going to try to get in a turn with the for Russia. Germany went. Germany did that cheesy thing, that stupid rule, and you covered yourself in shame. Shame on you for taking advantage of a dumb rule. Yeah, I'm sure if the Chinese military, occupied Ukraine, where the Russians had occupied Ukraine, I'm sure the Ukrainians would have no problem with keep trading with China. Yeah, that happened. Yeah, that's dork. That's stupid. Anyways, he did block me on 125. Splitting up that Navy a little bit. I'll take care of those with the British Navy, British Air Force. I considered doing this, but it's a $4 truck, so I don't consider a super bomber, risking a super bomber for that to be worth it. But we will see what we can do about that, because I think we can do something. So, and then the Germans moved in. They consolidated, did the back and forth with North Africa, which is really cool. Evacuated some troops and the Air Force. So, freeing up the Air Force, this Air Force, to get to Moscow. So that's a real big moment in the game where obviously verbally said, now that transport still has to be destroyed. So, and there's scrambling fighters. So that's something to worry about. Although no destroyer, so any sub in the area, like that one, can attack. All right, I think that's it. And if I missed the first turn, the sub would flee. I'm just gonna put a dice underneath that, indicating that sub will flee after one attack. Not defending sub. It's not a defending sub. Transport. Okay, what are we gonna do? So I think we will move 3 units out here. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna complicate this. I don't want him to be able to take me out quickly. So we're gonna complicate this by throwing up 3 different. Is this my Katyushas? No, it's a truck. So I'm gonna put a truck here. There's not much I can do right now. We're at war. A truck here, and a truck here. I want to be able to get to that Soviet Far East so I can get that. There is Lend-Lease. It's right out there. So I want to be able to get to that. And we're going to send one bomber out here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so if he wants to bomb that, he could try to bomb that. But that bomber is going to do some damage, I think, hopefully. And keep that fight alive. We keep that fight alive, he's got to pour more resources into that. And that's what I call the pizza dough strategy. You pull them down here, you pull them up there, you pull them in this direction, you pull them in this direction, and the pizza dough does not stretch. So then if I take over Iraq, that would be valuable in a sense, certainly in one sense, of getting $5 per turn. That's $5 in 2 turns, so I grab that next turn. He's in Belarus. I grab that the next turn. So I'm not sure of the numerical value. I mean, obviously $10, but I could be losing some troops right here too. So I have been doing that. I'm going to abandon that this turn. I think I like what's happening right now in China without the Russians. So I'm gonna go back, and I'm gonna go to Kazakhstan, and then the planes can fly back. We'll surge forward. I think. Obviously, he takes over Yunnan, and then we can start the fight. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4 into Moscow, because I think his bombers are coming, and I want to be able to scramble. And then these guys are going to Bryansk. These Scrabble things represent 10. I'm going to scorch this factory in Ukraine, I scorched the factory in Novgorod. He scorched the factory here, and he scorched the factory here. I will do a combat into here with 2 infantry. I think I might take 2 of the bombers up this way. He only has 1 bomber there. Oh, he has long-range aircraft. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, crap. Nope, can't do that. Okay, so if I did that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that would be better, but I better move at least 1 infantry back there. You know what? I will move 2 infantry back there. I do not want to lose those bombers. That would leave 1 Russian infantry forward. I'm going to just chip this out. Oops. Nope. And we will actually, we're going to stay back from them more actually with this truck. I'll put the guy forward though. I do want him to have to fight. I want battle. So then that would be 1 bomber throwing 2 dice, 2 blues, 2 greens, I'm sorry. And I think that's pretty good. I don't think he does that. That's a hit for sure, almost. 2 for that's a numerical hit. 2 defending 2s plus 2 defending 1s, and then that's going to be able to hit Soviet Far East. Yep. And that's not coastal, so that feels good. I'll take the bomber over here into here. I can finally use it, and then of course everything goes to, Bryansk. This ends up being 10, which will be represented by this stack. So I made an error last time. I'll include it in the front of this video, but I 2-chipped 2 of the bombers into the infantry. So this was to remind me that I took 2 chips and put it into one of those 5 chips, the 32 guys from last turn that were in Belarus. 2 of those were actually bombers. So it's only 30, which is why there's 3 of the chips. I reviewed it the turn. Those stay in there. These get railed to Bryansk. That's a 2-chip. Okay, and then Caucasus came up to Bryansk. 1 bomber going into there, and then pulling back to 4, and the 2. Oh, and the fighter goes to Russia for a 4-plane scramble. Okay, so that is it. I can't do anything with the sub. That looks good to me. I can still bomb 1, 2, 3, 4, and then still take over that area. It's still very much alive. Just to really put the panic. Let's put the panic on them. Let's move these out here. I can do a little raid over there. 12 green dice. What is this? Oh, this chip is going into here. I'm going to take off this 10 right here. Okay. I'm going to add a Monopoly Scrabble piece for the 40. And then I'm going to take these. This is the 2 chip from Stalingrad, and I'll add just the 2 dice at the top. It's 42 guys. 30 plus the 10 plus the 2, 42. But there are 2 guys in Bryansk that are going into battle right now. They're going to take in there. You know what? I can take the fighter in. Yeah, I'll take the fighter that was here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. That'll work. Okay, I won't use the bomber at all. And so that will be a blue dice. I get the numbered blue dice. And that will be blue dice for the fighter. And then 2 black dice for the infantry. And a green grasshopper dice for his. Okay. Oh, wow. The infantry hit. It's a sign. Just kidding. Okay, blue dice drop there. Green dice. Okay, so the tank. Oh, that was a tank. That was a tank. Forgot. Sorry. Uh-oh. The tank. Oh, the tank gets a hit. Did you see that roll? So one of the brave defender attackers dies. Okay, so Russia is restored that. Chip that out. Okay, and that would be would then place, which is 3 guys in Volgograd, 10 guys in Russia. Now, I don't know about the Lend-Lease here. I have Persia. You know what? I suppose what I need to do is actually activate this. So I will activate that actually instead in the non-com phase. I don't think I get $3 for that. Maybe I do get $3 for the Spirit of Communism bonus. It doesn't actually require you to have a numerical value, because I know Italian Somaliland, if you take that over, you get $3. And then this here is Lend-Lease for a truck, which I think means the truck goes into Persia. Okay, I think that's what it means. I might get spread of, no, I think it's, this is pro allies. If I take Iraq, it would. So I'm gonna take the truck in. And I think that's it. So I think let's start the recap. The recap would be 1 truck in Siberia, 2 trucks in Sakha, 1 infantry in Amur, 2 infantry, and 3 super heavy dive super bombers in Yakut, Makhachkala tank in Kazakhstan, 3 infantry in Stalingrad, 1 truck in Persia, 1 truck in northern Persia, northwest Persia, 1 infantry in West Ukraine, having destroyed the SAD Italian tank, 1 sub and 114, 3 fighters and 1 diver in Moscow, plus 10 infantry, and then 42 infantry, 3 artillery. Let me chip that out real quick. Just make things elegant. 3 infantry, 4 artillery, 1 tank, 42 infantry. Okay, that's Crockett 36. Lend-Lease is in effect finally working. Isn't it ridiculous to have a rule where you have Lend-Lease and you never get Lend-Lease? Russia's only down 1. So $36, and I didn't save any. Is what I think. Oh, $35 because of missing Soviet Far East. All right, that's correct. 36. Russia turn 3.